Madam Anna Hainghumbi recently attended the GIZ-Green People's Energy Project's 5-day training program on solar and solar water pump installation and maintenance. This program, inter alia, focuses on promoting renewable energy solutions to support sustainable development, particularly in off-grid areas. And I was also an intern at the City of Windhoek's Electricity Department and now joins us to tell us more. Good morning, ma'am, and welcome to Good Morning Namibia.
Well, good morning, sir, and thank you for having me here.
How well are you on this gift of a Friday?
I'm doing okay. I'm well. Thank you.
Talk to us, please, about the inspiration for attending the training.
What motivated me to join, I was motivated to join this 5-day training because first of all, the training was for free. And
that's important, right?
Yes. Yeah. The fact that it was for free, I didn't have to pay anything. And the other thing is that I saw it as a great opportunity because it was uniquely just for women. I saw it as a unique opportunity for women to gain hands-on experience and technical skills in solar energy, and which is very important for addressing water and energy challenges that we are currently experiencing in our communities.
We do know that times are really tough for the consumer, so a training offered for free that can impart valuable knowledge is, of course, important.
Yes.
What are your key takeaways from the 5-day training?
My key takeaways from the 5-day training are, first of all, the technical skills that we gained from there, because they taught us the fundamentals of solar energy, and they taught us on how to install and how to maintain the solar water pumps. The other key takeaway is project planning. They taught us on how to professionally plan, design, and install the solar systems so that our clients be able to trust us with their equipment, because there's a thing of most of the clients, whenever they get their solars installed, their systems don't last long. And it's because they are not professionally planned and designed. And that's why most of them don't want those solar system storage whenever you bring them up to them. So we're taught on how to design them, professionally install, and how to maintain them so that they can last even for 20 years.
Are you thus saying that in the event I want to have a solar system installed, I could reach out to you?
Yes, I can design it and I can size it for you very well.
For some skeptics around solar and solar pumps, please, in layperson's terms, explain to us the benefits of solar pumps as far as particularly sustainable agriculture is concerned.
Okay, solar pumps, first of all, they use renewable energy, and which helps with reducing the dependence on fossil fuels such as diesel. And with that said, it reduces the greenhouse gas emissions into the atmosphere, which we want to protect. And the other thing is that solar water pumps, they can be used in remote areas where there is lack or no access to electricity at all, which will ensure that it's a reliable water supply for your irrigation or whatever purposes that you want to use the water for. And
yes?
Yes, and they are also cost-effective, because once they are installed, you need less operational cost to operate them, and they also don't need they need less maintenance on them, and which helps now the farmers or whoever the owner of the pumps is, they be able to save more money over time, because they won't be spending money on buying the fossil fuel that they have to use to power their pumps. Yes.
But one still needs to spend money, of course, on the initial investment.
Yes.
Are they manufactured locally at all, or does one need to import them? And how much would one have to invest in installation?
They are not locally manufactured. You need to import them. But then the cost, I'm not quite sure how much it is that you need to invest in that, but I'm sure that after the installation costs are obviously high, but then the operational costs, the costs that you need to operate your system on a regular basis are very low.
Once it's up and running?
Once it's up and running, because the energy that you're using is for free, because it's from the sun, you don't have to pay It's not like when you have a diesel water pump and now you have to go and always buy diesel to power the pump. Yes.
Is it a one-size-fits-all approach, or are there particular factors that I need to consider before investing in a solar pump for irrigation specifically?
It depends on the water demand. First of all, different farmers, let me say farmers, that have their that want a pump for irrigation purposes, it depends on the water demand that they need. And the capacity of that water pump will need to meet the demand of the water that you need. So when you're sizing it, you need to size it based on the water demand. And the other factor is also the water source. What source of water are you using what is the source of water for your irrigation site, and how far is the source of water from that irrigation site? So those are the factors that you now need to consider when you're sizing your solar water pump. And it also depends now on what is the source of water. For instance, are you going to get the water from the borehole? Is it from the well, or is it from the river? And that's when now you come in to decide whether you need a submersible water pump will a surface water pump or a floating water pump. And now the distance from the water source to the irrigation site will be used in sizing now that water pump. So it differs from different requirements, or from different, it differs from different clients what they really need specifically for their irrigation purpose.
If my demand is X during this first year, but seeing that I scale my enterprise as we proceed, the demand increases. Mm-hmm. How big of a mission, both in terms of logistics but also in terms of costs, would it be to resize the pump?
Okay, the good thing about solar water pumps is that they are modular. You can increase your solar arrays to increase the water demand that you need. So if you see that, okay, no, the first time when it was designed, you just needed this amount of water, and now that you increase your scale and you need more, then still, you can go back to the person that designed it for you initially, because it's always best when you go back to the person that designed it initially for you, for them to now just increase it to the water demand that you now need.
Safety is important.
Yes.
Talk to us about safety protocols, both as far as installation is concerned, but also when it gets to the maintenance of the system.
Okay. First of all, when working on electrical circuits, one needs to abide by the safety regulations, and which are, for example, like when you're working on electrical circuits, you make sure that they are not live. You are not supposed to work on live electrical circuits, and you should also ensure that you ground your equipment, because in case of a fault, at least the fault current should go through, the fault current should not come into you. It shouldn't electrocute you. Or let me say, you shouldn't absorb that electrical fault. And yeah, so you also need to make sure that you have your PPE, which is your personal protective equipment. Make sure that you are using the right equipment also, because sometimes safety also depends on if you are using the right equipment. You might be using the wrong equipment for the wrong purposes, which can be a problem.
And in the unfortunate event that some of the current does go through me, what are my options if I'm in a remote area far from a medical facility?
Okay, in that case, I'm hoping that nothing really bad happens to you, because electricity is very dangerous and it can kill you in an instant. So in that case, maybe you should have a first aid at home, and you should also be at least there should be someone with you when you are working on when you are working on the electrical equipment.
Don't do it alone.
Yes, don't do it alone, because in cases like this, at least there's someone that can also get you help.
How do you plan to apply these newly acquired skills? Are you busy registering your entity? Or are you keeping your cards close to your chest and you don't want to reveal it on national television yet?
No, I'm planning on opening up a solar installation company, and through these solar installation companies that I'm opening up, I'm planning on offering trainings because my employees, I'm planning on offering them trainings myself and mentoring them. And also in the process, that's like giving them job opportunities, obviously. And the other thing is that I'm also planning on collaborating with the government and non-governmental organizations so that in the future, I'll be able to offer trainings in government schools, and not just government schools, even private schools, and also in vocational training schools, for example, like VTCs, and yeah.
Fantastic. Any final thoughts this morning?
I just want to say that I'm so grateful for this opportunity that I had to come on here, even though I was a bit nervous, but I'm just so thankful for the opportunity that I had to come here and give my insights and just show that the other youths that it is possible and that we can make it and the future is ours, so we should take it up on ourselves.
You're such an incredible inspiration. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for sharing your story. May all your endeavors, may all your plans come to fulfillment and be a resounding success.
Okay, thank you very much, sir.